Breaking news from Mangaluru. Members of the Popular Front of India are protesting over the ban on the Popular Front of India. They've written messages on roads saying, "We will come back." The messages read, and I quote, "Watch out, we will come back." The message was written on the roads of a village in Mangalore following the nationwide crackdown on PFI. Signs are found to be written late at night. Now remember, as we all know, that the PFI has been banned for a period of 5 years under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, and this happened on 28th of September when the ban was imposed for 5 years. For more details, I'm joined in by Harish Upadhyay on the phone line. Harish, if you could take us through what has been learnt as far as these messages are concerned. Has anybody been rounded up?
Well, not so far. This is an incident that's been reported from Bantwala Taluk of Mangaluru, and this is in the Punjakshatte police station limits. And this morning, a few residents noticed this graffiti which says, "Watch out, Chadis, we will come back." And this was reported to the local police station. The police, as well as the Hindu Jagan Vedike members, to reach the spot. Now the police are trying to find more details on if any residents or anybody moving suspiciously or even drawing this graffiti on the roads over there. That investigation is still on. But we have seen such incidents earlier in Dakshina Kannada as well, where such graffiti has come on walls, roads and other places. This one specifically talking about the PFI ban and saying that they would come back.
Right. Let's also talk about the crackdown, because this is a crackdown we've not just seen by, say, a central agency like the NIA, but also special wings of the local police in the various states as well. Having said that, even on Twitter, there's information from their official accounts has been withheld. What has the crackdown so far achieved?
Well, apart from the 7 people who were arrested during the nationwide crackdown, the local police have arrested around 14 PFI members, and that investigation is still on. How did they work, and what were the kind of resources that they mobilized, and how did they go about spreading their propaganda? That investigation, remember, is still on by the Karnataka police, and they have sought custody of these people, around 14 people, largely leaders from various regions of Karnataka, including Dakshina Kannada, the coastal Karnataka belt, where PFI is active.
Right. And since you're mentioning action being taken against the PFI, particularly in Dakshin Kannada, if you could elaborate a bit more on that, Harish.
Well, remember, the PFI is active in Kerala. In Karnataka, they're active in coastal Karnataka region with ample support coming in from Kerala. Time and again, every time there has been a communal killing, the needle of suspicion is always turned towards the PFI. And in the recent past, especially over the last 3 to 4 months, we've seen some of their members being arrested in Praveen Netaru murder case as well. We've seen some of their members coming under the scanner in the case of Prem Singh stabbing on Independence Day in Shimoga. And even during that time, we have seen some of the officers of these units, local units, whether the one in Dakshina Kannada or the one in Shimoga, being raided for that investigation. And they have been under scanner for some of these killings, at least their members. And they've been extremely active in this region, as I mentioned, with active support coming in from the Kerala unit as well. And that's one of the prime reasons that you saw that when the nationwide crackdown happened, PFI officers in Karnataka were also one of the key targets or under the scanner. And several leaders were arrested. And in terms of funding too, that's something that local police are also looking into on how they mobilize resources, how they train their cadres.
Right. And that's a very pertinent sort of aspect that the security forces will have to actually focus on. Stay with us, Harish, because I'm also joined in by Mr. Ratan Sharda, who is an RSS ideologue. Mr. Sharda, this message is loud and clear. It's, in fact, threatening that they will come back. They are vouching that they will come back. Considering there is already a ban imposed on them, what is actually the way to go about such an organization, which we all know has had methodologies to, operate through socio-economic, political ways as well?
It's not an issue of just an organization. It is an issue of the entire ideological thought process of these people. the radicalization of Muslims started long back in the southern part of India, in Tamil Nadu and the southern part of Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu and Kerala. If you remember, in 1989, the bomb blast that happened in Coimbatore, serial blast where Mr. Advani was targeted and hundreds lost their lives. In that particular case also, the entire opposition of Kerala Assembly sought bail of Madani, who was the chief coordinator of the particular attack. So winking at these kind of people and giving them support via media, via various debates, has been the bane, and PFI, as one of the avatars of that thought, has been having a wonderful time because none of the opposition people are interested in controlling it. They thought they will be able to use it as a tool to gain power, and that has been the tragedy of India. The vote bank politics has gone too far. A few years back, PFI people took out a procession in which RSS Swayamsevak Lokalai was chained and beaten up, and the opposition ridiculed and laughed at it. Similarly, Yogi Adityanath's Lokalai was chained and moved on the road, and people winked and laughed at it. So this partial view of what is the threat? Threat is that those non-believers of whichever faith will not be spared. You see all over the world that is what is happening. And this particular instance also, we have seen continuous free game of murder and mayhem in the southern part of India, not just there, but also in UP, Bihar, Bengal, Assam, and various places. So by winking at these people and having them go, now these people feel desperate. They will attack anybody who fight their idea of Darul Islam and Ghazwa Hind.
Right.
And they declared their intention 2014-47, which we didn't realize what actually real.
Ratan Shada, hold on to those thoughts. Hold on to those thoughts. I'm also joined in by Mr. Shankara Guha of the Congress Party. Shankara Guha, how do you read these threats coming from the PFI? The message is loud and clear. They're of course threatening that they'll come back. The first question that comes to mind is, of course, is the ban on PFI enough?
See, I have been telling you ever since this issue has broken, let us not politicize this issue. It's a very serious issue. If they are a threat to our people and if they are a threat to the nation, they should be dealt with the most serious possible law. And as far as this new threat that comes, that what they've been doing is ridiculous probably. There needs to be a thorough investigation on this and nab all the culprits. It is as simple as that. You have all the power. You are in this ruling in the state. You are ruling in the center. You have every possible power with you. You have the administration in your hands. Act immediately on it instead of discussing, deliberating, and creating a
No, there is no discussion or deliberation. We all know that the organization has been.
Let me complete.
We know that the organization has been banned. What next?
No, you should allow me to complete.
Right.
You should allow me to complete. They have banned the organization. By banning the organization, is it the end road or is it complete? No, it is not complete. You have nabbed a certain number of people who were probably at the helm. Now there are a lot of others with similar radical fundamental thinking in their organization. How are you going to deal with them? They are all at large and free if you claim to be so. They are all at large. They are at free hands. You have to use your intelligence. You have to use your police, and also I think they have to take the community leaders also into confidence and talk it out with them. These things have to end. Communal tensions, especially in the coastal region, is very high.
All right.
Unless and until you establish some contact, you start a dialogue, and use all your administrative powers, this is not going to come to an end.
All right. Many thanks to you, Shankara Guha and Ratan Sharda, as well as Harish, for bringing